General Chauhan, what constitutes a Manipuri identity then?
Asking a soldier is anybody living in the state of Manipur and being native to Manipur is a Manipuri. And for a soldier, there is absolutely no doubt that every Manipuri has to be saved. Every effort has to be made for all the communities living in Manipur because they're all Manipuris. That's the way, as a soldier, I perceive this. And that's the way the Assam Rifles perceives it too. And that's why there's often a problem, because certain political leaders who support only one community of the many communities that live in Manipur decide to favor a particular community. And that's the problem when he starts terming the Assam Rifles as being manipulated. It's because the Assam Rifles is actually not manipulated by the term
But
that a
sir, then
politician
how
may
did this
play.
perception start? How did this perception concretized in the narrative of this conflict that Assam Rifles only sides with the cookies? How did this narrative perception, the falsehood?
Let me explain this. Yeah, let me explain this to you. For years now, we have been cautioning the Chief Minister and telling him that there is a certain problem in all the areas that we have mentioned today. It's not Jiribam only. It was Chura Chandpur, it was Kangpokpi, it was all the hill districts, all the border districts. I personally have cautioned the Chief Minister many times that these are the issues and these are the problems that arise, and that we should be sensitive to each community, and there's need for us to get all communities together. Now, suddenly one day, if the Chief Minister decides that he's going to go with one community, which is one of the many communities, as Professor Oinam said, in Manipur, then that's where the problem arises. Assam Rifles can't change that way. Assam Rifles, the narrative has to remain, please save every possible Manipuri in any problem that is there. I personally spoke to the officers of the Assam Rifles, and I've spoken to them many times since. There was a case when the Arambai Tengol and the Manipuri Lipun, the Maiti Lipun, were attacking Kuki villages, and the Assam Rifles did not let them go through, despite the fact that the Arambai Tengol had Manipur state police officers with them, and who were literally ordering them to move out. So these are issues, Karthik. You have to understand that the army and the Assam Rifles do not get manipulated. We are a central force charged with the security of our country and of all our people. We are not community bound. So because we did not react to being pushed around by the Arambai Tengol, this narrative came about in the minds of certain Manipuris living in the valley of Imphal. But we are charged with saving everybody. That's the way the army thinks, that's the way the Assam Rifle thinks, that we can't possibly at that time start favoring another community. It's not possible. I have been in this insurgency and counter-terrorism for the last 40 years in my career. 40 years I have spent, and in so many places. When I was in Ukhrul and there was a community, one community was attacking a minor community, I was saving the minor community. In another time, I was saving the majority. Whoever is in trouble is due to be saved by the Assam Rifles and the army. So where you expect us to start changing suddenly and start looking at communities? We don't look at communities, Karthik. We look at people.
That's the ethos of the Indian Army, sir. That's the ethos of the Indian Army.
We don't look at communities. And that is why this problem has happened, because we know the truth. And unfortunately, we've not been able to put the truth across to you that, look, there is a manipulation of certain forces. Please don't expect the Assam Rifles and the army to get into this manipulation.
Absolutely. Professor Haokip, you wanted to come in. Please come in. I'm being told